Hello, my name is John and I'm a language coach, but I also specialise in accents and pronunciation. And today's video is all about the most mispronounced London tube names and how to pronounce them correctly. Now, the first thing to say is that London tube names are notoriously difficult to pronounce based on a number of different things, right? So the things are that they have difficult vowel sounds, difficult syllable stress patterns, and they have a lot of silent letters. So today I'm going to show you how to really pronounce these London tube names, and we'll have a lot of fun. I've also colour-coded the station names, so all aboard, let's go! The next station is Deptford Bridge. So, in this one, there's two syllables, and there is a silent P, and the ford becomes a little bit squashed up, so it becomes Deptford, Deptford. Interestingly though, when we say the car manufacturer Ford, we say it as a long sound, as it's just an individual word. But in a lot of London place names, even though one part of the place name might be an actual word, it's pronounced differently as part of the tube station name. The next station is Euston. So Euston is a mainline train station and it's a tube name, it's a tube station as well. And there are two syllables, and the first syllable is like you, as in you. That's right, it's a y sound plus a oo sound, so it's you. The stone becomes stun with a schwa sound, so it's Euston. Ruislip. Ruislip is the next stop. Now you could be mistaken for thinking it's Ruislip or something like that, but the sound is rye, like rye, the grain that we make bread from, and slip, like way, slip up if you slip on some ice. And that's simply Ruislip. Leicester Square is the next stop. Okay, Leicester Square, right in the heart of London. So let's focus on Leicester. So it's two syllables and it's an eh sound, so it's Leicester. And it's a schwa at the end. Leicester. Leicester Square. Now we come on to Greenwich, one of my favourite places in London, really. How do we say it? Of course, we don't say green and we don't say witch. So, preferable pronunciation I like is gre, and it's a silent W, so it's Greenwich. The next stop is Borough. Many place names have the word borough in them as the second part of the word, because I know a place called Southborough, for example. But this is just the single word borough. Borough actually means district, really, and when we're talking about towns. So it's two syllables, stress on the first syllable, borough. Hoban. It's Hoban or Hoban. Sometimes there are more than one ways of pronouncing a station name in London. So this is Hoban, two syllables. The first one, ho ho ho, just like Santa would say. And bun or burn. I prefer bun to be really British, so you have the schwa sound and you don't have an R sound. The next station is Vauxhall. Now you might know the car manufacturer, Vauxhall, so it's pronounced the same way. But it looks difficult, I know, because of the spelling. So let's break it down. There are two syllables. The first syllable is Vox, which rhymes with socks. And I guess you're beginning to understand the pattern now. If the word is hall, we wouldn't say it like the word hall. We say it as in connected speech. It's a bit squashed up. We say it a bit quicker. And it's a silent H, so it becomes Vauxhall. Vauxhall. The next station is Warwick Avenue. So, again, there are two syllables, and I know it looks like Warwick, but we don't say, it's not like a war sound, it's a wa-o-o sound, and there's a silent W, and the last part is like the man's name Rick. So it's Warwick, Warwick. Stress on the first syllable. Next, we have Chiswick Park. There are two syllables, as you can hear. Quite often if there's a W spelling, then we don't say the W, it's a silent W. So it becomes Chiswick, Chiswick. The next station is Lauten, Lauten. So the first part of it, think of the word loud without the D, and you have Lau. Now this has got the tricky GH in the word, and of course GH can be pronounced in several different ways in English. I won't go through them now, but in this word it is actually silent. And the last part is tun, Lauten. The next station is Southwark. Now again there are two syllables, and of course we don't say them as they are, so you don't say south. Again, squashes up a bit, and it's not wark because it's a silent W, so it's a ook, Southwark. Gloucester Road is the next stop. And we have Gloucester. Now Gloucester, can you hear Gloucester and Leicester? We had Leicester Square before, now we have Gloucester. And it's a similar pattern. So the first, it's two syllables, and it's glo, so o sound, and st. So we say Gloucester. Tottenham Court Road is the next stop. Now, did you hear I didn't say Tottenham? And listen carefully to the word, it's Tottenham. The ham sound in town names often is squashed up and there's a silent H, so we don't say ham, we say So the ham becomes a schwa sound with a m at the end. And it's Tottenham. The next one is Faden Boyce or Faden Boys. In the number 3 slot, it's Faden Boys or Faden Boyce. Now, you could be mistaken for it looking a bit sort of Anglo-French. You might think it's bois, but it's not. It's Boyce or boys is the second word. And the first word is Faden, like think, th. But it's not they, it's they. So it's Faden Boyce or Faden Boys. I'm not going to go, yo boys, what's up, yo. Wimbledon is the next stop. In the number 2 slot, it is Wimbledon. Now, the place very famous for its tennis tournament. Everybody knows it, everybody's heard of it, and this is how to pronounce it. There are 3 syllables, and it goes like this. Wimbledon. Now, I didn't say Wimbledon, it's Wimbledon. So you imagine you're changing the bl for a bull. Wimbledon. So the next station is Marilybun. And in the number 1 spot, it is Marilybun or Marilybun, Marilybun or Marilybone, Marilybone or Marylebone, Marylebone. So for this one, there are 4 different types, 4 different ways of saying this station name. Can you imagine the confusion that people must have when they come here and they try saying this? It does actually look like Marylebone. But if you notice how I said it, it's slightly different. Now, in conclusion, I think that it's very important to try and get the station names right. But of course, if you do go to London and you're faced with a situation where you don't know how to pronounce a station name, the best way is just to try. I'm sure that the people working at the station or Londoners around the area will have heard of the mispronunciations already. But the moral is, of course, you are trying to get a better British accent and you can get one right here. So remember you can always save the video and play it back. If you go to London, why not play back the video when you're there just to check the real pronunciation of the tube names in London. So I hope you've enjoyed today's little video. Now, if you have any, because there are thousands, hundreds, let's say, of tube station names, and I had to leave out a lot. So if there are any that I missed out that you are desperate to know the pronunciation of, or you can tell me the pronunciation of, put them in the comments below, and I'd love to hear from you. And of course, I'll get back to you if I can. Now, if you're also interested in other aspects of London life and London accents, I also have How to Speak Cockney, the 9 features of Cockney that you need to know. And all I need to say now is have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Over and out. Stay connected now.